Are we in?
Yes, we are in.
Lovely stuff.
We are in. Right.
Sorry for some technical difficulties.
Do you know what? I've never had that happen before where it's just not allowing me access to my mic. First, it wasn't allowing access to
We'll do another rerun midweek just to see if we can get the new setup working. Then hopefully come next Monday if you can get it all.
Yeah. I think I'm going to abandon this computer and move fully over to Mac because I need to upgrade my life. This whole living with the useless equipment is no good for me. So, episode 9. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm restarting everything just so that I can get all of my ducks in a row. I had loads of stuff to show today as well.
All right, so I've got the topics in front of me. So the topic list we've got today is Elon Musk, how to know what he will endorse next, memes dead, question mark, SPX outperforming, but why? And then lastly, and obviously not least, AI agents, the only thing that everyone wants to hear about at the moment.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think about. It's the only thing I can talk about. So what has been consuming my life this last week or so has been AI agents. Splash, we are back over $100,000 Bitcoin. We're just at currently 101,878 according to CoinGecko. With the highest movers on the day being AI16Z and SPX 6900. Two of my babies, my former love and my current love.
Osmosis was up there earlier, I saw.
Yeah, I know. Can't imagine why. I don't know why.
I didn't see anything why. It was just had one of its moments.
Well, Osmosis is the major DEX for all of the Cosmos ecosystem. So something must be happening that's big licks in the Cosmos world. Although what that is, I don't know.
No.
So, getting started this week, Elon Musk, our man, has done it again. He's turned the crypto world upside down with one tweet. He tweeted about a project. Well, I think he just tweeted the words KEKIUS Maximus.
Now, did he change his name or something?
Yes. Oh, he changed his name to KEKIUS Maximus. And then overnight, this project, I guess it done 100x or something like that. Maybe even more. I had never heard of it before. I have no idea what it's about.
What the market cap go to in the end, you know?
Let's see.
Because I saw this but never actually looked into it. I thought, just standard Elon sort of thing.
I can't see it. It's not coming up. I'm on the real go slow today.
That's right.
Right, let's try CoinMarketCap because CoinGecko is...
Do you know what the ticker is for it?
Hey, I'm trying to spell it out. KEK... is it KECK? I don't know how it's spelled, but it's the little green guy, isn't it? And he looks like he's laughing.
Surely it'll be on Dex screen, the top movers, no?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
He'd been and gone, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, for some reason my internet's not working. Why is my internet down? Oh, here we go. Right, so we've got Dex screen up. I'll look for KEKIUS.
How's that spelled?
I don't know. I'm going to spell it KEKIUS. That might not be right. It might be 2 Ks. It might.
There we go. Current market cap 91 million.
No, that's not it. That'll be a fake one. See, you can see here, there's loads of fake ones. This is something that we've all got to be careful of when you type a name into space. I don't know. I guess so.
Well, the one that I'm looking at on ETH is between ETH and Wrapped ETH. Market cap peaked out at 400 mil.
That might be it.
Yeah, so it's currently 91 million.
How do you spell it?
It's KEKIUS.
No, that can't be it. No, that can't be it because that was only 2 days old.
The one I've got is more than that. This one released on the 14th of December.
Well, this might be it then. Yeah, it looks like this is it. Yeah, it looks like this is it. KEKIUS. Yeah, I think.
Against Rap Teeth.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. So
that's mad. Peaked out at 40 mil just because of the tweet. 400 mil just because of the tweet.
If that's it, I don't think that's it. I think it's still. I think it's still bigger than that. The actual one. I think it's still in the hundreds.
Official CTO, the most epic meme in all of the land. KEKIUS most inspired by Elon Musk.
I'm gonna search Maximus.
Well, I've got their contract address here on their Twitter, so I'll just search that. No, is that one?
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday it was still sat at just over 100.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's it.
It was over 100 today, but it's dropped.
So it went from basically nowhere straight up to 400 million.
What is it? Because I haven't heard of this before. Does it actually do anything, or is it just another meme?
It's just another meme.
Right.
Just another meme. Yeah, just another meme. As far as I know, it doesn't do anything. But for whatever reason, Elon Musk decided to change his name.
Yeah.
And it went to 400 million.
So, and that could have been because of Grok. Did Grok tell him to do that? No. Elon's Grok on his phone because it made him.
I have literally no idea. It's just something for whatever reason he decided to do, and it's worked out amazingly for anybody who was holding it beforehand. But I can't imagine anybody was holding it because it was a nothing before. It's not like it was.
Someone must have found like a little loophole within this thing, got Grok to make him think about doing it, and he just did it for fun.
Maybe. With that, he got hacked. But it looks like. See, I don't know if this is actually the one. I'm still not certain this is the one. This one has gone what it looks like. Oh, that 40 million.
On their Twitter page, I've copied their contract address and put that into debt screener. It shows this one. Okay. So as far as I'm aware,
this is that bit. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how do we get ahead of Elon Musk? How do you know what he's going to tweet next? And I guess the answer is you just don't know. So the issue is with these, like I like to call them black swan events, when Elon tweets something or Facebook changed their name to Meta or whatever, there'll be these outside forces that will turn your tiny bags into massive bags overnight.
Yeah.
And there's no way to predict it. So I like to totally ignore it. So KEKIUS would have popped up out of nowhere simply because Elon Musk tweeted it. It's something that I, after that, will just ignore because it wasn't worth the thing in the first place. What might have been a good idea would have been to short it once it hit the top or once it went up so crazily, because there's a good chance on it to go back down. But again, that's dangerous because you never know.
So small.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know when you could just get wiped out. They can move quickly. I'm going to ask Grok, why did Elon change his name to KEKIUS Maximus?
Be interesting to see what he says, actually.
Yeah, 31st of December, he changed his name to be a playful. The name KEKIUS Maximus seems to be a playful blend of the internet Pepe the Frog and the character Maximus Decimus Meridius from the film Gladiator. So maybe he watched Gladiator.
So he probably said someone's created a token. He hasn't realised It's just kind of been a coincidence that this thing went to 400 million.
Yeah. And it's given me this long speech, which I can't bother to read through. So I've said to answer in one sentence. Elon Musk changed his name to KEKIUS Maximus on X, the playful reference to gaming culture and memes, coinciding with a surge in a related cryptocurrency's value. Okay. So Grok doesn't think there's any foul play.
That's fair enough. I mean, I suppose if we had watched the film, we would know it's from Gladiator, but we haven't.
No. Okay. So, yeah. There is no conclusive evidence that Elon Musk bought the KEKIUS Maximus cryptocurrency before changing his name.
Right. So do you know why? That's the other thing I was going to ask you. And it's a good topic for today. Why SPX is outperforming? Because I haven't seen any narratives on Twitter or online to suggest why. But then again, other memes have been moving as well.
Well, as far as I can see, if we look at the top movers today, SPX being in second place currently, away from that, I can't see any memes at all.
I mean, the smaller memes have been pumping. So the likes of Miggles, the likes of Miggles has moved off from a lovely low. Higher also saw a decent pump as well a couple of days ago. Brett actually saw a decent pump.
Ah, right, yes. But that wasn't today. So let's say last few days, we've had, or let's go on the weekly. If I go on the week, the last week, SPX is the top. And again, over the last week, out of the top ones, the only one that's anywhere near is Brett. But even that's probably in about 20th place. And then Doge, not far behind. Was small gains, like 20%, nothing close to the 75% that SPX has put up. So I don't know. It's definitely outperforming all the other memes. SPX, the big ones. I don't know what's happened with.
Well, they haven't announced anything, have they?
No, not as far as I know. Maybe. See, I think that SPX is one of those things which is a law unto itself, and there's some kind of halfway shady things that are happening within some of these memes. So the main one that I would say to look at for the poster child of these shady memes is probably PopCat. So PopCat done really well and moved up the charts and went from being tiny to being massive. But for some reason, PopCat never got added to Binance. So a few months ago, I was banging this drum, PopCat's going to get added, PopCat's going to get added, PopCat's going to get added. And the play was hold PopCat till it gets added on Binance, gets that big pump that we've got. But for whatever reason, they decided not to add it. Now, I'm purely speculating here, but I think there might be something about PopCat and the distribution that makes Binance feel like they don't want to touch it.
How? I don't distribute at the start. Do you know?
Is PopCat not a pump.fun? It might be pump.fun. I'm not sure. There's either one.
Actually, sure. I remember just seeing it rip, and I'm like, I'm not buying that green candle. Yeah. Obviously, looking back on it, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
But
and during that time, people were saying to me, "This PopCat's gonna do amazing. PopCat's gonna do amazing." PopCat, and it did.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's not working for me. I can't see the ticker, so.
Literally went up from the 26th of Feb. Let me just put this on the daily. So from the 28th of Feb till 8th of March, so 2 weeks-ish, just under, 2,400%. Easy.
So
easy number.
So such a move so fast. And it's not a pump.fun token. It's just a token, just one of these, they call them Cabal coins. It's just a Cabal coin and it's done really well. But for whatever reason, Binance put it on their futures and then normally 4 or 5 weeks later, Binance would put it on their spot. But Binance never put it on. No, they never did. And I don't know why that is.
Is it because it's maybe not doing the volume that they want it to do anymore? If it picks back up again, that they might?
I doubt it, because it was doing the volume at the time when they didn't list it. And they've listed stuff that's doing less volume. So they went ahead and what other
Still though, that Act AI for no apparent reason sat at 30 mil.
Yeah, exactly. And then they just overlooked Popcat. Oh yeah, we'll ignore that guy.
That makes no sense.
I'm certain that in months, years to come, someone has to go to prison for the nonsense that's been going on in 2024. So they didn't list Popcat for whatever reason. They listed ACT and they still haven't listed SPX. And SPX is now acting erratically price-wise. So I don't know. I don't really know what it means, to be honest with you. I don't know. The reality is, if it hasn't been listed, we still have to consider that there's a lot more room for it to grow.
Because SPX isn't even on crypto.com.
It's not on anything. No major listings.
Or Bybit.
No major listings. And it's massive. Okay. So one.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, there's no Bybit on there.
See, now what?
Which is a bit weird, isn't it?
Some people are saying is that it's a lot of the guys rotated into AI agents, made a lot of money on AI agents and rotated it back into SPX. And they're thinking SPX is like their hold long term for this run. I would say that makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense, especially because SPX does have that real meme value, like true meme value, which means people will holtish about it. They will not sell it. They will just hold it and they will scream about it. So I think that's why it's outperforming. The bank guys love it. So they've got the money to spend. And if they want it to do well and they continue to ape into it, it will do well. So
yeah.
It's defying logic at the moment, because the narrative currently is everybody rotates from memes into AI agents, and that seems to be how it's played out over the last couple of weeks into a month. SPX, for whatever reason, is like, to hell with you lot, I'm going to 6 or 7 billion in the next few months. It doesn't matter what the narrative is.
I had a call today with a client of mine, and he was like, a meme's dead. And I was like, no. I was like, do not write them off yet. Like, as we've said, going back to last year now, so 2 weeks, months ago, we have said that memes and AI will continue to be the plays going into 2025. Every cycle, there's two narratives. This cycle has been memes and AI throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think it will remain.
Memes don't seem to be going anywhere fast. Also, I was thinking about it today, and one thing still remains in that memes are super easy to understand. So all these people might want to come in and talk AI agents and really show off how smart they are, or I'm so clever, I understand this, I understand that. In reality, a lot of people just want to come in, see number go up, have vibes, post memes, wiggle, and then get out and take their cash back. So I still think there's room for memes. I think also with crypto, when you have a new sector develop, you have a lot of stuff. It's really frothy. There's
Do you know? So on the subject of AI and memes, so the great Twitter account that is AIXBT, that an AI agent has started tweeting about memes with IP rights. How they're starting to pick up some steam. Now, the one meme, I'm not sure if you still own, hopefully you do, that has their IP rights is Mr. Miggles.
Oh, okay, yes, I've still got my old,
don't they? So it's quite interesting, because there's also a couple others that he's been tweeting. I'm just trying to find them now. But I've been saying that IP right memes have been picking up steam. So it's just something to throw out there, but keep an eye on it. If you are not following AIXBT on Twitter, you have to get his notifications on for every goddamn tweet that it puts out, because it is a joke the amount of stuff this thing tells you.
The thing is, now what's happening is that a lot of what it tweets becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it will tweet something, and regardless of whether or not the project is good, the fact that AIXBT is
Yeah,
it's now because influencer.
I'm still doing that thing like I said last week. So every time it mentions a tweet, if I've got a token that I want to know more about, I will say to it, what's preferred play for 2025? I don't know, game or AIXBT or whatever. And it will give me its thing. And then you go look at the comment under that and you see everyone flaming it, thinking, no, blah, blah, blah. And you're like...
I've seen a few people actually break out into arguments with these AI bots.
Yeah.
These AI agents.
Have you never roasted one? Or have you seen that? Have you seen the AI agent that's purely for roasting? Roast... But, oh, God, is that Roastius Maximus or something? This bot literally just goes on Twitter and roasts everyone. Like, it's hilarious to read through the comments as well. Because he roasted Mark Andreessen and he deleted his tweet.
Really?
Held the tweet into it.
Oh, Roasty something?
Something like that. It's good though. But on the subject of the IP thing, so the one that AIXBT tweeted out an hour ago was Story Protocol secured 140 mil from AI16Z plus raised expectations for 180 projects after building mainnet Q1 2025 with 1 billion IP tokens. Actually, that's the wrong one, sorry. Baby Shark partnered with actual IP owner, not just another dog clone. 14 billion YouTube views on original content. So maybe Baby Shark's one to look at. And I think where was the other one?
Where is Baby Shark now?
I mean, he posted that on January the 5th, so that was yesterday.
The one I'm looking at on, is it Baby Shark on Binance, on BNB? It can't be.
Would have.
It can't be.
Baby Shark. I mean, market cap's 131 mil, so yeah, it probably is that waterfall. Yeah, it's only, what, 4 days old?
Yeah. How big was it before he tweeted about it?
So he tweeted yesterday. It was bigger. Yesterday when it had its big spike. So it's come down from the peak of yesterday, 42% current price. So maybe memes with IP rights are the ones that's been looking at, maybe for 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just shot up, literally, as we're speaking. 10 mil.
What you need is a bot that buys whatever AIXBT tweets in the...
But there's so many things that it tweets.
I know.
And then you've got to try and decipher all of that.
It's tweeting every minute. Every 2 minutes is where he tweeted something else.
Because I was reading about it, because do you know it's got its own token called KEKIUS? We briefly discussed before. So apparently the more the people engage with AIXBT, the more chaos it burns.
Right.
So people engaging with it is actually very good for its own token.
Let's see what the old chaos.
I think KEKIUS is currently sitting up 45% today, currently sat at 11.5 million.
That's still small.
It is tiny, considering AIXBT is what, 550? 581, 580.
Yep. AIXBT is going to be heading back to 1 billion, isn't it? Unless something new comes out. Okay, right. My CoinGecko's back alive again now.
Yeah, I mean, AIXBT is only down 11% from highs.
So KEKIUS has had quite a nice drawdown. So it was up to...
It did. So that drawdown, those peak areas where it was like 2-3, was where I put into the Telegram that I swapped my AIXBT for KEKIUS. So we missed out on what a 2-3x out of AIXBT, but then KEKIUS did like a 4-5. So it kind of made up for it. But obviously, I use AIXBT all the time. So it makes sense for me to hold the token that it created itself because I'm burning it past actively talking to it, if that makes sense.
You're a part of the solution.
I'm pumping my own bags.
Pumping that bag. I was talking to the bot that's going to give you constant alpha.
It's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they're getting this data set from to feed it. But...
It just reads it from Twitter.
Oh, is that all it's doing?
Yeah. All it's doing is reading it from Twitter. So it's going to Twitter. Well, I don't think that's all it's doing, but I know that's one of the main places it gets its information from is from Tool. So it can go through tweets, read through all of the old tweets from different people, and then.
So I mean, the two best real world asset plays that I've been talking to it about are Grass and Lingo. Are the picks that I've chosen from it. Now, Grass is sat at 700 odd mil, Lingo's down at 50, I think.
Grass is a bit big, isn't it? Well, a bit big for me. Lingo's
big, but then you compare it to the likes of Pendle and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's relatively small.
Okay, so this Lingo, do you know what I really like about projects now is that their market cap and their fully diluted valuation are the same number most of the time.
Yeah.
So there's no more of this VC holding these tokens to dump it on our heads in a few months' time. We know that we can buy it and be safe in the fact that there's no unlocks coming down the road. Lingo TGE now live. Its website is loading really slowly.
Its website is really good.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Really good website.
Going into Lingo now.
You'll see why. So, yeah, it's taking a while to load. Mine's doing exactly the same.
Okay, so
so click on it in the middle. Click on the bit in the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
And it should open up.
Yeah, mine's open. It's I'm just
so to scroll, pretend to scroll down and it will just move the screen around.
Yeah. It would just real world assets, gamification, crypto culture. Yeah, this is crazy.
It's a banging website. It is. I mean, I don't know who made this, but they did a cracking job.
They that's worthy of it being 50 million by itself. All right, so where's the all-time high? So we'll do this. This is something we need to do, actually. I was asking our assistant, our AI assistant, what sections we should have. And one of the suggestions was that we should allow people to suggest which coins they want us to review. And then we review them live during the Crypto Waffle. So
if anyone's watching now, you want stuff done, we'll look at, let us know a token.
Yeah, let us know and we'll look for it now. But seeing as we're looking at Lingo, I'll say what I'm doing. I'm looking on CoinGecko at the all-time high, and I'm hoping that the all-time high is a lot higher than where we currently are, so that there'd be room for us to get back. Currently, it's 41%, so we wouldn't double up, not quite a double up, before we hit the all-time
peak. We touched a peak of 0.68. We're currently sat at 0.4. So we have drawn down 41% at the moment, and from peak to trough, we withdrew down 54%.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, we missed the trough.
I would argue not.
No, yeah, you're right. We're not far off it.
Because I bought this 3 days ago. So, I mean, I'm only up at, 20-odd% from where I bought it. So,
yes, this is nice.
I wouldn't say you missed anything on this, to be honest. I mean, it had a big launch. Like, it went from the day it was released to peak, it did 550%. Obviously, then had that 50% drawdown. I still think RWAs and Deepin are going to get a bit of space moving into 2025. But as we said earlier, the main two plays will still remain AI memes, and I think Deepin and RWAs is next cycle.
I don't know, because things can change so quickly. So if we're considering them that strongly, we should not be surprised if they do get bumped along and get included in this cycle.
I think you'll see this move. I think you'll see RWA and stuff move. Do you know you have that main focus every cycle? I think that next cycle it will be RWAs and Deepin, because that's when TradFi have had time to do regulations and all that crap. And if they're seeing actual stuff behind it, like how much it's popping out and whatnot, they're going to love that sort of stuff. And that is the first sector they'll be drawn to, is Deepin and RWAs. Because they've sort of stuff to do stuff. They've got data to do research and stuff on, haven't they?
Meaning we should be getting our, or maybe not now, maybe during the bear market, we should be getting our Deepin and RWA ducks in a row. We should be.
I've already got a list going.
Right, okay. I've only got the one. I've got one RWA play called Clearpool, which I've added to my buy list. So I've obviously done 20 seconds of research on it, but probably not enough to
value 300 million on each.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember where I saw it, but I do
22. Quite old.
Yeah. Sable
website or a Twitter page.
Yes, got a website, clearpool.finance.
Oh, okay, it's not linked to their deck screener.
It looks like perhaps they've got vaults, and looks like they've got a decent amount of locked, 97 million locked, and they've got loans originated, decentralized credit marketplace. I don't know what this is. Looks like they've got their own network. Ocean, OZEAN.
Pretty good. I think I'll add that to mine. So what I like to do is I create a list, and then as soon as I think we're getting toppy, and when like there's no more really research to be done, I start researching the stuff that's on that list.
Right, okay.
And that's when you'll see on my page as well, I'll start doing deep dives again. Project. Because then that's when you want to be buying them, when no one's talking about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I've only recently started doing the same. From when we had the AIXBT talk, when it was at 200 million, that was the first thing that went on my buy list. And now every week I update my buy list with different stuff. So this week, my buy list has, that's actually a decent segment, actually. What's on CryptoSI's buy list?
Agents. What have we got for our agents?
It's not just AI agents. There's a lot of stuff on here. So I've got this so that we got. That's better. Right. So I've got Spore, which is an AI agent. Do you remember we looked at it last week?
So I've still been monitoring that one.
Right. I've got in on that one. So they're having problems with the whole experiment. So they had a nice drawdown. So I bought in at around where we are now, actually, and it kept on going down. I think I bought about 37. It's at 38 now. Or 3.7 cents is at 3.8. Trust me, bros, I had a look at, and I liked it because they had a DAO, but I can't remember why exactly it made it onto my buy list, but that was a small buy. An AI agent called Scoutly, which is like a gambling helper thing, I guess, does predictions, and the predictions are coming out quite right. So I bought that. I'm about even on that. It's only at 11 million market cap. It seems to be fluctuating between, I don't know, 9 and 12 up and down. So that was one. I haven't bought it yet, actually, because I haven't ticked it off yet. But there's one AI framework called Pippin, which looked nice. I went to the website and there was loads of words there, so I didn't actually get to read it all. But that's look, that's up 30% today. So PIPPIN. Yeah. That was an AI framework, which some people were talking about. So I thought I'd look at that. Should be worth a bit more than 50 million.
What does that do? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I didn't get to read it all. So apparently it's another AI agent framework. So these AI agent frameworks, they're like, if you imagine that how did Shaw put it? He said that the LLM is like the brain, and then the framework is like the body. So the framework will allow you to do different things with the LLM. So it might connect to different social medias, etc., etc. And Pippin is one of those. And apparently it's pretty good, which means it should be worth more than, I guess it was 30 million at the time when I saw it. Now it's at just shy of 50. So I think I missed a trick there. Might still get in on that, but that's on my buy list. And Hold, which is a ZK Sync, which is another Ethereum L2. It's like a DEX on there. But what they're doing is they're having everything on their DEX. The other side of the pair will be their Hold token. So like what Virtuals have done. And then they've got their own AI launching platform like Virtuals. Basically, they've ripped off Virtuals, but put it on ZK Sync.
Wow.
Now, the logic for me will be similar to memes, how I wanted to pick the biggest meme on each chain. So now I'm thinking I want to pick the Virtuals clone on each chain, like you pick .fun on each chain. So Hold is the one for ZK Sync.
So where would you buy that? Is that just
DEX called Hold Station.
right? Okay.
It's
Is that with rat teeth?
Yep. Yeah, you bridge your ETH over to...
So it's beginner friendly.
No. It's not beginner friendly. The DEX that they've built is quite ugly. It's dark.
Well, the website's not that nice, is it?
No. Nothing about it is that nice, to be honest with you. Except their AI launch pad, which is called AI Gent, I think. AIGentFi.com. That looks quite nice. So on there's AIWS, which isn't on my thing, but we'll talk about that a bit later.
I was going to think about that because I didn't know where you'd buy that from. But obviously, I think you'd be able to do that on here, wouldn't you?
You have to buy it from Hold Station.
Right, okay. So everything that's on ZK Sync, you have to get through Hold Station effectively.
Yeah, I think you can use Uniswap. I think Uniswap's on there as well. But these particular tokens have got the most liquidity on Hold Station. So it seems like the Hold Station guys have adopted AI and grabbed it on behalf of ZK Sync network. So it'll be interesting to see who does a similar thing on Binance, BNB chain. It'll be interesting to see who does a similar thing. On each chain, it'll be interesting to see. Avalanche will be another one where AI agents should do very well. Obviously, they're linked to gaming, and the link between AI agents and gaming that everybody is expecting should mean that whoever does AI agents on Avalanche very well should also be a force to be reckoned with. So,
because they haven't really released much on Avalanche yet, have they?
No. But they do have some big games that they have released. Yeah. So that off the grid is on Avalanche, and that's, I don't know, it's obviously not as good as Call of Duty, but it's like a AAA. It isn't a true AAA game.
I mean, it's very good for a blockchain-based game.
Yeah, I think it's the best one that we've seen.
I think if you were to give that to a bunch of normie game players, they wouldn't even realize.
So it's interesting that the guys who made the game, when they're interviewed, they try to talk down the crypto aspect because obviously the gaming world hates the crypto for whatever reason. So they try to play down the gaming at the crypto aspect, saying, "Oh, crypto's only if you want to. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, you can just play the game like normal. You don't even need to remember private keys and all that stuff. It just saves it on your hard drive." So there are, I think, big games to be had on Avalanche with regards to AI agents. I think it'll be a good play. Yeah, I reckon it'll be a good play.
For the chains, it'd be if you can pick up some AI agents that are quick out the starting, you'll do well.
I think so. I think the same thing that happened with memes plays out again with AI agents. Each chain wants its champion, and it will back its champion so that it gets users to come and use its chain. And it means you have to have a strong AI agent. You have to have strong AI agent plays, just like you had to have strong memes. When Sui became big, they had to have memes, and it's the same. I also bought Sui AI, I think it was called.
Okay.
Sui AI, which was a random purchase. It looks like it's not doing very well, just purely because it was called Sui and it had AI in it. And I thought, yeah, that would do all right. But the problem is, I bought a green candle because it's up 8x on the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Currently in that 45 million. Sui.fun, so you can launch your AI agents. It's another rip-off of virtuals, but it's the Sui version. So if Sui want to take it seriously, they're going to have to get behind one of these projects. I think this one's will help build the network. I think this one's worth just same idea as when I bought Cetus or bought the DEXs on every chain. You buy AI agent, play on every chain. Same, just rinse and repeat, basically, and
Have you
wait.
got any standout ones that are on your list?
Standout AI agent plays, I guess, for me, the standout one's still probably Polytrader. Maybe less of a high risk, high reward would be ARC, AI Rig Complex, which I've mentioned before. I think that's still massively undervalued.
I'm at 400, I think.
Yeah, that's massively undervalued. 20% up on the day. I think we might be near all-time highs.
Yeah, we're not far off.
Yeah, hit all-time high yesterday. So AI Rig Complex I like, and Polytrader is another one which actually the CryptoSI DAO just bought into today.
Saw that today, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a strategic move. That's down 10% on the day. The problem was, in the time between the DAO proposal being put forward and the actual proposal passing, Polytrader done a 3x. So
yeah,
we'll have to look at that and see if we can find a way to buy the token. But so the proposal went in that the Polytrader was at 1 cent, and now it's 3.5. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah, Polytrader I really like, and Scoutly. I think those are my real promising plays. Spore as well, I quite like, mostly because the difference.
Do you reckon the problems they've had with it will affect the price side?
Yes, definitely. But I think that's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
There aren't any other projects which are having AI agents give birth to other AI agents. So the guy's not going to get it right straight away, but he's committed to building it, which shows
you want it from a dev.
Yeah. So you get in early, and then I guess what you're doing is you're backing him to find a solution. If he does, you make lots of money. If he doesn't, you lose. So I like it. I'm enjoying it. If my price target is 8 cents, if it gets to 8 cents, I'll take out my initial, and I will put the initial into one of the children that's born, or maybe 2 of the children that are born.
Satoshi one day.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
So I haven't actually looked at it. I've just been following Spore on Dexter.
Yeah, okay. So I am Satoshi. He's dying.
Oh.
I am Satoshi. She's dying, yeah. His hit points are down, but who were his peers? He wasn't the only Gen 4, was he? Oracle, who was the other Gen 4. So there was 2, weren't there? 2 Gen 4. So Oracle's fine. He's doing well. He's the third strongest in the entire family. But I Am Satoshi is dying. He's got,
Oh, nice.
yeah, he's got 86 hit points. So he's the third on the chopping block.
No, good start.
It's not looking good for him, to be honest. It's not looking good for him.
No.
I like it. I like the way it works. It seems like, I think, judging by the fact that they haven't actually had children, that the AIs will no longer have children each time. Oh, wait, Satoshi is going to have children.
He is going to have children.
Yes, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like Satoshi's going to have children.
Right.
Then maybe orphans, little AI orphans. If Satoshi doesn't make it, but he's having children anyway, even though he's dying, which is
That doesn't really make sense.
a lot of sense. It all gets very dark, really. Gets a bit morbid. But yeah, it looks like, so judging by this, do you know what I'll do? I'm gonna do my screening. So judging by this, we can see that this is Satoshi here. His health points are down to 86. So as long as his token value stays below 500k, I guess, he loses health points gradually, down to 86. But he's breeding. But for him to breed more, people need to put more money into him for him to get up to 500k.
This not be really easily manipulated.
If you've got 500k, then yeah, I guess so.
Like, if you're a whale, you could just manipulate every single child that comes out of one of these.
Yes, you could. But is it manipulation if you're risking your own money, or is it just investing?
Right. Gambling, probably.
I guess it's just investing. I guess it's no different to starting your own coin and seeding it will be your own money. So it's I wouldn't call it manipulating, really.
It's a
I would say
grey area, isn't it?
Yeah. It's that grey area. If you've got a lot of money, you can move prices. But there's no
To do so.
there's no guarantee that people won't buy a little bit and then just dump on you when you try to move the price. So it's a tough one.
Did you manage to commit some spore to that to do?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna wait until we've hit 88 cents again. When we get 8 cents, take out my intro, and then I'll be playing with these new AI kids with the house money.
So,
Yeah. I don't want to play with my own money because if these kids let me down, I'll be upset. So don't want my AI agents dying.
no.
So yeah, that's score. All right. So shall we quickly go over the top 3 AI agents that we saw in the demo day?
I haven't watched that yet. I literally got back from holiday today because my flight got delayed. I was stuck in Istanbul for a night, so I will watch that tonight whilst at work.
Whilst you were stuck in Istanbul, what you should have done was watch this AI demo day. Fair enough. And plus, you was on holiday. So for us, the Nader guy, right, we're going to have to bear with me because I'm straight on. Right, so the Nader guy, he has split everything up into parts.
I think
So you can
I
watch.
bookmarked that tweet.
Oh, was that? Oh, so, okay. Did I share? I think. So did I just share one? I think I just
So
said.
you retweeted it. So here it is. AI Agent Demo Days Episode 2, starting with 2 people. Anonymous. Autoneum is a non-code platform for launching verifiable AI agents. And then number 2 was Echoes, is a dedicated roll-up of agentic finance.
Yeah. It was all right.
And then so on. So I think they're the best clips from the things, I take it.
From memory, Echoes was also on a unique chain from memory. But Echoes wasn't one of my top 3, although it was very good.
Yeah, I see AIWS Cloud here.
That was, I think AIWS was the best one.
Ungate AI?
Nope, that wasn't not one of my favorite ones. AIW,
I have got your tweet as well. Did I also tweet?
Autonome, AIWS, and one more was mine. Maybe AI Architect.
Let me see.
There was one that I just didn't understand at all. That was that REI network, REI. That went right over my head. And
If you don't understand it, I've got no hope.
yeah, it was just that I missed the first part, and then I was kind of like, I can't bother to listen to this now, and I kind of just drifted.
Sorry, I've got your winners here. You got AIWS, me, AEE, Autonome, and then Architect.
Yes, it's like AI
Architect, yeah.
Okay, so AIWS is like this bot that allows your bot to buy its own cloud hosting. So your bot wants AIWS and say, I need somewhere to store my brain and my compute and my memories and whatnot. AIWS will say, okay, here it is. So that's what it does. It's like,
you know where they're getting their storage from? It's out of interest.
From decentralized providers. That was actually one of the questions that I was asked, actually. And then in this demonstration, no, what he said was currently he's providing a lot of it himself, but you can plug into other decentralized providers. And one of the hosts on the project on the demo day was a guy called Jasper Zhang, who's like the leader of this project called Hyperbolic. And he's this quite impressive guy who's some maths genius or whatever, right? And he's got this Hyperbolic, which is a place where you can house your AI agents and get this compute. So he was like, let's work together. The AIWS guy kind of I don't think he realized the importance of having Hyperbolic on board. So he was more trying to talk to Shaw, because Shaw was like the big star of the whole show. So he was more trying to talk to Shaw when really he should have been trying to talk to Jasper.
Yeah.
But hopefully behind the scenes, those two guys spoke to each other, because if AIWS and Hyperbolic work together, AIWS is going to 100 million. And it's that from
Hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic is like a decentralized compute platform. Let me put it up so that I've got the proper.
And what does that do? What does that mean?
It means that when the AI, all these bots like AIXBT, for it to reply, it needs to compute. So it needs to actually have compute power to understand what you said, figure out what it wants to reply, and reply to you. Hyperbolic form that sells that compute power, allows people to buy that compute power in a decentralized way.
Have they got
and found
token currently, or
no, they haven't. They haven't. Let me see if I can find their website.
it's
Open access.
Hyperbolic.xyz.
That's the one. Yeah. Open access AI cloud unites global compute to provide accessible, affordable, and scalable GPU resources, etc., etc. So basically, you go on there and you can rent GPU instances.
Okay. They're trusted by quite some big companies.
Yeah. So these guys are no joke.
Take it.
And these guys are
They're not take it a private company.
Yeah, it looks like. So I guess he's got his own backers. So it's probably some smart venture capital firm or have propped him up thus far. I can't actually see anything here that says anything about their support, who their supporters are.
I mean, their GPUs are from NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, and Intel.
Yeah. Well, they would have to be, especially in video. So that was one, which looked pretty good. The other one, which I really liked, was Autonome, which what I'm going to do probably this week, is use one of these frameworks or one of these services to deploy an actual AI Telegram bot. So if you'll accept it, we'll put one in our
big experiment.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can give us some alpha fresh to the subscribers. So Autonome was a tool to do that with, and it was very good because quite modular. So you could choose where you wanted to get your images from, where you wanted to get your text from, which LLM you wanted to use. It was quite modular. It was really well put together. Really nice front end. Let me pull it up and see if I can show
Website's that quite clean.
Yeah. It's clear that these guys are quite used to building these sorts of things, no code type products. And basically all it is it allows you to do either the virtuals version or the Solana AI16Z version.
You can get a basic agent as well.
Yeah, that's the agent kit one. So those are the ones. That's one side of the great two different frameworks. Let me log in. I want to show you the
I still think I would get lost on this website though. Actually, I got a step-by-step guide here.
Like crypto, people's eyes roll before they. Also, these guys have. Right.
I like how they got a picture of a steak. You know, the steak emoji. On the left-hand side, they've got alt restake and then a steak emoji next.
They also, I've just realised that they've now done a partnership with Hyperbolic. So they've now got Hyperbolic in there, which I'm not surprised about at all. And I guess that will be off the back of their demonstration the other day, which kind of goes to show you guys are moving, because that was on Friday. These two people spoke and like he's deployed it already. So these are the different frameworks. Yeah, these are different frameworks. So I guess you can go and deploy an ELIZA agent. You give the agent a name. Let's do advanced mode because we are tough. Oh, no, let's not, because we don't want to see all that code. Let's go back to simple mode. So we get to give our agent a persona, put in the basic name. It will be working on Twitter. You give it the details of the actual agent. You add some lore, which is like the backstory. Topics, tell it what the agent's good at. Style, chat style, post style. Give it some examples of how you want it to post. Like example questions, example answers, etc., etc. It's pretty simple to deploy an agent. Like, yes, anybody can do that and then deploy an agent in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Probably have to get credits.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes you can have it.
That's how easily available this stuff is.
It is now. Yeah, now it is. So yeah, you can have it with a TEE, which means it would be able to have its own wallet and whatnot, or you can have it without it. So people can't be sure that it's actually the agent. It could be you that's putting that stuff out there. So TEE is probably better. But yeah, so you can do that. And this was on the demo day, and it's, for me, I think it's pretty cool. If I get like an hour or so to play with it, I will deploy an agent or have a Crypto Waffle agent. You'll have to give him a name. If you give him a name, well, what's that? His okay.
That's his name, Waffler.
FLA. What?
The waffle that it's LAR or LER, isn't it?
Okay,
Either one.
Let's go AR.
Yeah, I think it looks better.
Makes it sound European.
What a name.
Yeah, so hopefully by next week, by the time next time we come back on air, we should have Waffler live and in full effect in the Crypto Waffle Telegram chat. Even us.
Everyone's going to hate him because he's going to be texting all the time.
Choose how often he texts. We could choose how he chats as well. We could make.
Well, you're limited to one text per 5 minutes.
Well, no, less than that. It'll be like maybe 1 or 2, 6 hours, I would say. If you hear, then he'll speak. Otherwise, he won't. And we can decide his tone. We can decide who we want him to be like. So I don't know. We could have him be like Victor Meldrew, if you know, or we can have him be like Andrew Tate, or we can choose who we want him to be like. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
That's interesting to see how it works out.
Yeah, let's see how we get on. Let's see it.
Just before we do targets, I just want to cover a tiny bit of macros, if that's all right. So obviously we've been following this liquidity chart, and as of current, we are diverging away from the liquidity chart. Get in. But I don't think we're out of the woods yet. Okay, so this is an update on the chart. As you've seen when I've showed this before, we correlated quite tightly. As you can see, the yellow line and then the candles on Bitcoin. And as of current, we are here. You can see we are diverging, whereas liquidity is still to the downside. Now, it's not to say that this won't reverse, because you can see here previously when we had this dip here, we had this big bounce up when you didn't see that in liquidity, and vice versa at other points during this thing. So this is not going to be 100% accurate. But the key point for Bitcoin here, if we can get above the 102, which is this white line, that opens up another run at all-time highs. If it doesn't, we're just in a range currently, a big broad range between 90 and 102 effectively until we break out of this.
I'm happy with that because that's a lot better than the 70, 80.
Yeah, I mean, liquidity, it got even worse. So actually, if it is to follow, we should go around to 55k, 50 to 60k.
Interested on the macro, there was this talk about ETFs having so I think I've got so value. Yeah, ETFs having a record 3 or 4 outflows, in a row. As the legacy stock market was tumbling, these outflows were happening in ETFs and pulling down the price of Bitcoin.
I know there was a couple of big outflows of the Bitcoin ETFs last week, was it?
Yeah.
A couple big ones. Now, I'm not sure how they've acted today. I haven't actually looked at today's inflows, but S&P had initially had a bounce today, but dropped back off. So did NASDAQ. I mean, they're still up for the day. NASDAQ's still up just under 1%. S&P's 0.5%. But the key still remains the dollar. The key still remains the dollar. We need this to be candle. Just again for reference. I've said it many times before. Ideally, I didn't want the dollar getting above this green box originally, which is between 0.65 to 0.74. But we got past it. Sorry, this is here. A red box was my next target of resistance. At the moment, we've hit that to a T and rejected. So I'm hoping this is the top. Because what would be nice if we now chop a little bit here, then that would create you a shoulder, head, and then maybe a right shoulder pattern. And now that is a head and shoulders top. That would suggest continued downside, which would then probably break us down to here. Now, some of the bigger time traders that I've been kind of following whilst I've been away on Twitter are talking for a bear market in the dollar to come down to low 90s. So that is currently at 108. So 90s is all the way down here, which is a massive drop.
interestingly, I sold some Bitcoin and had to convert the dollars into pounds. I got a lot of pounds for my dollars, and I was happy. But overall, the world needs a weaker dollar.
Yeah. That will obviously, a weaker dollar would be good both for euro, pound, all that sort of stuff. I mean,
well, if we're converting into dollars, the thing is, when I look at Bitcoin and everything else, I'm keeping everything in dollars. So I'm starting in dollars. So effectively, it's like I'm always on holiday at home because I'm converting my dollars into pounds. I'm getting more pounds for my Bitcoin. But that's not the way the world works. That's just happy. That's good for me. But
yeah. I mean, the people that understand it, it's great for. But unfortunately, the people that don't are just being eaten alive and not realising effectively. But what can you do?
Well, they can watch Crypto Waffle if they want to, or they can have fun staying in port, I guess. So
unfortunately, a lot of people seem to be quite naive when you try to talk to them about it. Yeah. People like, you crack on.
Yeah, they think that you're a conspiracy theorist, but we will crack on. And that's what we're doing. That's why we're at episode 9 and about to give our
predictions.
I'm going to...
So last week, just to recap, so just to see if we got last week's correct. I said 87.
We were being bearish last week.
We were a little bit, but so I said 87 and you said 85. Bitcoin went to a low of 91. So
okay,
2-3K off my target and 4-5 off of yours, so not 6K off of yours. So we weren't a million miles away.
Right.
On that one, did okay. Solana, I had 175. You had 177. The low of last week was 185. So $10.
Where are we now?
The Solana's 220. Yeah.
So really about back. Did you see that coming?
I'm not going to say no, because the thing is, and I said this to the client that I had a call earlier with. I said, look, and as I said this in the start, it's not 100% sure that we're going to follow that liquidity chart. Just because we've had a 5% correlation since the beginning of 2024 doesn't mean it's going to be like that going forward. And historically,
the other chart, didn't you? The chart of the deck, which ran off into the sky.
Yeah.
We could follow this one down. We could follow this run off into the sky.
So the trouble is that when we come into a full-blown bull market, and when you've got other countries looking at liquidity, like that liquidity we've been following is just M2, I'm pretty sure. So there's different liquidity things. There's M1, M2, global liquidity. Like, it's all sorts of measures. Now, when we're in a full-blown bull market, it's normally due to multiple central banks around the world printing. Now, there is probably a central bank out there somewhere that's probably not even a big country that we don't even know of, but they're printing. And there will be a very small minority of people in that country, whether they work in the government or what, that will know what to do with that free money that they print. Okay, it's unfortunate knowledge for the locals, but it's the way the world works, unfortunately. So they will be utilizing that money and buying dollars, buying assets, whatever they choose to buy with it. Now, as we've said before, the big central banks are not going to print until the dollar becomes weaker. I'll find this chart for next week, but if Donald Trump follows the same playbook as he did when he last entered his office, you should see the dollar come down in 2025. So as soon as he got into power last time, the dollar then tanked, like big time. And if this is to tank again, we should have the same scenario. And it is a good tailwind for risk assets, a weaker dollar.
Yeah. I watched the thing today about Germany printed their numbers today, and their inflation was a bit higher than they'd wanted. So they're another bunch that are dying to print, but they need They need the correct excuse or the financials to.
If I say, I just need the Fed to say, look, we're going to lower the dollar, be ready to print, sort of thing. Because they print up here, they're just devaluing the euro and the yen.
Well,
and
I'm quite sure the Fed explicitly are not allowed to say such a thing.
No, obviously not. They'll make it sound a lot better than that.
You just say it without saying it, yeah. And then everyone goes to print. When this printing starts, that's when we're off at the races. And
I can't remember. I need to find out, but I can't remember how long the delay is before it enters the market. Because sometimes it's immediately if it enters the bond market. But obviously, then you have to rely on the people that are holding the bonds to then liquidate and do other things with it to get it into the market, if that makes sense.
And they will straight away. Everybody knows it's going to be.
I want to say it's a 9-month-ish delay.
Okay.
Something like that. So if you look at our liquidity index now, so let me quickly just throw that back up, you can actually see, where is it? That it has at the moment had an uptick. I mean, bear in mind this is only on the daily, but we can see that this liquidity chart has upticked. So at the moment we put in some sort of bottom and we bounce. So this could easily be something like this here where we bounce and then go lower. I don't know, but ultimately we want to look for when this bounces within this and see, and also monitor this correlation going forward. Because if we start deviating really well from it, then you can say, right, okay, that is now out the window. We're not interested in following that anymore. It was great for 2024 and telling us what was going to happen. I mean, it pretty much got us to the peak a month back or so now. So yeah, we can't say it's been crap.
Been lockstep holding its hand all the way to the peak.
Yeah.
Now we're going all right.
A slight deviation, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself yet. I still think it would be far too easy for them just to go up here.
I want to go back into my perma bull mode and say we're going to go to 110 next week.
Up to, but it just seems too easy to do that from here.
Okay. Shall we do our predictions?
Yeah, we just need to cover 3 more quickly. So the other one is Pepe.
Oh yes.
So again, we said quite bearish predictions on this. I said 0.40 134, and then you had 110.
The narrative of memes getting crushed, and that has not happened.
No, I mean we had a low of 1745. So yeah, not great. No, I thought that we thought that was going to get destroyed.
Yeah, I thought it was going to have a hard time if we had but remember, Bitcoin didn't have the pullback that we had anticipated, and 1 week is very difficult to predict within accurately.
The other 2 we had were ARC and then FXN. So ARC, I was saying 0.45 and you said 280 million. So I'll just throw up on the market cap chart. Last week, the low was 236 million. I said 0.45. Token price was 0.45. We peaked out at 0.424. So pretty much on there, I would say, for that one. For low of 280 was a great call. But that was a good dip from where we are now, because anyone managed to buy that. Then FXN is jumping up and down. It's been sideways, to be honest. I don't know. Said 0.18, we went to a high of 0.09, so I was well off. You said 0.055, and pretty much just above where we are now on that. So that was spot on from you there.
Yeah. That one was quite easy. Only because I thought Bitcoin goes down, but AI holds steady. Bitcoin goes up, and this not going up is different to what I would have assumed. So I was right. but I was a bit like
So what are we saying for Bitcoin for next week?
110. The Bulls are back in town. The Bulls are back in town.
I like it.
So I'm going back to being bullish.
I'm going to say a peak to 104
Okay.
before maybe another rejection and back into the range.
Yeah. That's safe. That is.
Yeah, safe for me. Sent. Do you want to do Stoll again, or do you want to switch it up and do E? Yeah. So ETH is a banger at its key area of resistance around that 3,700 mark as of current.
Okay.
We need to get above that if we want to see it run. I want to say 3,950, going with the same sort of thesis. I think we get a slight pump but chop.
3,950.
It's not much of a move from here.
I think ETH goes back to doing nothing price-wise. I'm going to say 3. I'm going to say 3.8.
3.8.
3.8. Yeah.
Right, do we want to do one of the big AI agents rather than the mean? AR16Z. Already sat at 219.5. Time. Just shy.
Okay. 219. In a week's time?
If this narrative continues, I'm going to say 350.
Oh!
Massive. Maybe that's a bit generous for a week.
It's massive. That's huge.
I mean, it's only a 60% move. Again, I said that today to the client I was on a call with. I said there's no way that OS16Z should be that undervalued against virtuals, considering the size of Sol compared to base.
Tokenomics, that is. Interestingly, Shaw has been saying over and over again that they're going to release a launchpad. So they're going to do a virtuals style clone where you release your AI agent on their launchpad and you get your, like pump.fun, but for AI agents using the ELIZA framework. He said they're going to do that soon. If that comes out this week, $3.
I've been more conservative. I'll say 275.
It's for me. It all depends on if their launchpad comes out or not. If their launchpad comes out, we shoot through $3. We smash through it as if it. Yeah. If the launchpad comes out this week, we smash through it. I don't know if it does though. So I'm just going to say it does. I'm going to say 350.
All right.
I'm going to say 350. Right.
Well, there's another AI agent. Yeah, 275. Then we'll choose another AI agent each. Do you want to do? Should we choose base ones or Sol?
You choose one. I'll choose the other. So you can have base or Sol, and I'll take the other.
I'll do Sol, and I will take. I'll take ARC.
One of my favorites.
And we'll do that one again because we did that last week.
Yeah.
I think that looks all right as well. So I'm going to say we're currently at 40 cents. In a full flag on the daily. Narrative continues, should break to the upside. I want to say 47 cents. Some move. We get it.
What's it at now? 40.
Yeah, just shy of 40, 39.4. So it's about 20% move.
Okay, I'm gonna go big on this one. I'm gonna go 50. 50 cents.
Yeah.
This one, I think that all it really needs is one or two agents to come out and do something special.
Is there anything like this as similar to on base?
This is network agnostic, kind of like AI16Z. So this can go, you can build these things on any network. There's not, maybe that Pippin might be similar, but there's not anything like it at all because of the language that it uses. The fact that it uses
Rust, isn't it? Like,
that's what makes it special.
right, okay.
So yeah, because that's what I would like to do as well. Try and find a base version with a small mod. Yeah. But Matt, yeah, I like where you're thinking there, but as far as I know, there's not one. But I haven't read into this Pippin yet. So if I sit back and read into Pippin and understand the reason why people are so excited, that might be the big buy, because that's still under 50 million, I think.
By which base one are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with something from Virtuals. I think I'm going to go with either Polytrader or Y Combinator. Should I go with Game?
I was going to say, Game's had a decent pullback.
Had a really get pullback.
I mean, it's down at 245 mil currently. From peak, it's down 34%.
Yeah. And there are a lot of agents being made with this framework.
Well,
all right, let me think about this. I think, all right, let's do Game.
yeah,
Let's do Game.
Game.
Yeah, because I should have this in my portfolio. I'm upset at myself, but I don't.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm putting this on my buy list.
Because I don't know if you saw, but I've sold out all of my Brett.
Yes, and you hit all of your targets as well, really quick.
So I sold out of Brett and have moved straight into Game, Cookies, and Lingo.
Cookie, we need to discuss, because I'm on the fence about Cookie, because I think I posted in the chat on the Telegram that previously these sorts of information aggregation platforms haven't done well. They've done well when the narrative pops off, but as soon as the narrative stops being the narratives, they're the first ones to get chopped out. The DeFi ones being the main culprits, that Radar and those guys, they were massive at one point, and then now they're nowhere to be seen, or they're nowhere near as big. I shouldn't say nowhere to be seen. Right, okay, so Game. Let me see. Let's look at this chart. Look at that. But
So the daily's telling me that if this diamond pull it over, going on.
You what? Sorry?
The diamond pull it over, great and we should be long.
Your sound has gone really horrific. Sound like you're eating the mic. Yeah, go on, say it together. That's better, yeah. All right, go. Daily retest.
The daily is showing me if we code where we are now, it's a bearish retest and we should go lower. On the daily. But the 4 hour is looking all right. It looks like we've reclaimed the level that you'd need to reclaim.
Okay, well, I'm going to go higher. Are you going to go lower? Are you going to trust the charts? Or are you going to follow the fundamentals?
Or the weekly is just looking like a big bull flag.
I think you've got
the trend is broken, isn't it?
Yeah. Really the tough one for you. Do the tough one. For me, this one's easy. This one's a piece of cake. Looking at it, actually, it looks like there's some sort of level. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm looking at because
They continue like.
right. But look, when I do look at charts, I look at. So here's where we are now, and you see that line. It looks like there seems to be resistance for it there, resistance there, and resistance for it there. So it looks like we generally bounce off of that line.
Yeah.
So
4 hour looks good. It looks like we're bouncing off that currently.
yeah, I'm gonna obviously
Yeah, I want.
resistance turns to or support turns to resistance, doesn't it? When you're underneath it. So you talk.
Yeah, resistance, return, and support. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with higher.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go higher as well. I'm gonna say we get back up to around 0.30.
Yeah, I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna go 3.5.
Prior higher territory. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 0.6. I'm actually gonna add that to my buy list. Because it is one of the main frameworks
Yeah.
there are. So
Because I mean, the way I was thinking about it is, you get out of breath, or I get. So this is me personally. Obviously, I get out of breath. I've already done a 4-5x in it. You're moving into stuff. Yes, you're buying at the highs, even if it is within 30 to 20%. But if this is going to be one of the narratives, it's going a hell of a lot higher from here. If we are to have a 40% pullback from current price. So you just have to bite the bullet and then bite the dip when it comes.
the worry would be that game is kind of like a token that no one really cares about it. It's a token with no reason to be. I don't know what the tokenomics are. What's the reason for you to actually hold this game token? Because virtuals have got their own token.
I think
So
it is. I did read something on it. There's that.
we need to ask AIXBT.
I'm literally just searched on his Twitter account now. Right, so this tweet is right. So, game quietly building the infrastructure that powers all virtual agents. Every action, every tweet, every chain, every interaction runs through their framework, not just another agent. Massive whale just jumped 20% of games, stack creating biggest red candle in weeks. Still holding 270 market cap versus Tau 3.5 billion. So it's comparing it to Tau. Fees compound with each new agent launched. What's that? Is in interference fees? Is that interference fees compounded each new that's it. Interference fees compounded with each new agent launch. It says Tau offering 8x. H100 access to 10 billion hour 3 subnet 27, while game framework handles agent compute, real infrastructure getting real usage, frameworks tokens leading next leg. So someone's just asked it a question under that and said Tau, it will have a very promising 2025 if there is one thing that is priority to invest in. Is it this ecosystem? And then he replied, this is the agent. I agree. Tau starting to integrate game framework into subnet compute is a big development going into 2025. Okay. So it sounds like games doing the right things.
Yeah, it was up as high as it was up as high as 400, weren't it? So we've had a nice big pullback over 50% down to under 400. We're at 250 now.
It also mentions here that it's powering the virtuals ecosystem. So yeah, obviously, it sounds like virtuals is kind of relying on game for it to work as well.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it would be better if the game token if it's being used for inference somewhere along the line. I guess they're paying for compute. I guess that's what that means. I need to do my research.
Yeah,
I need to DYOR, but I'm still going to go with back to 35.
Yeah, I agree. I think we see the SAO stuff continue. I mean, it's only been, how long has it been going now? Months? Just start
Start of December, I think things started to really take off.
over a month.
Little over a month, yeah. Little over a month. I'm going to go...
Yeah, if only Weird Ape was bigger when I said.
I know.
It's always the way, isn't it?
I know, yeah. Because when I was putting in little bits here and there and little virtuals agents, I should have just gone hell for leather.
I wish I'd spun my Brett out at the time, but I will.
Didn't learn.
Well, at least we possibly discovered the new narrative for the new year.
Hopefully.
Let's look at the ups. I mean, it's what, $15 billion space in a matter of a month.
Yeah,
And pretty much tell you something.
should go to 150 billion. One guy was saying on a podcast. He had quite good reasons to back it up, but
Yeah.
I think we've still got quite a way to grow. Normally, this time of year is perfect time to be allocating to stuff. Because start of the year, this is when we're going to see what the year holds for us. It's just interesting that last year, because we hit all-time highs so early last year, it's like the bull market kind of been shifted along 6 months, so it's kind of caught me by surprise. I was expecting to be allocating all my stuff now, when I should have been allocating 6 months ago.
What, summer? Should have been allocated in the summer.
I think so. When we had the first real meme madness.
Pigeons weren't even a thing in that summer, were they?
No, they weren't.
No.
But memes were, though.
Yeah.
Memes were. So that memes done really well. And I missed quite a lot of that. So, right, okay. So 35, I think that's my...
Right. Well, that is it till next week.
What did you say, 30?
Yeah, 30 for game.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put out the graphic once we're...
Then I'll drop you a message about having a rerun at this Riverside thing, see if we can get that working for next week as well.
Yeah, we'll give it another go. I'll see if I can figure out why exactly my mic isn't being allowed. So
I mean, it worked for me earlier. I tried it solo and it worked. I don't know why it didn't work with you, but we'll do it off camera and try again.
We're smart, guys.
Right, until next time.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
No worries, please share everyone.
Like and all that good stuff. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, take it easy. Bye.